Now that the dust has settled and everyone's done talking about haste. Yo, don't that shit kind of look like a roguelites? Start with nothing, descend, Binding of Isaac, gun game. Yeah. This is not one of them. Or at least it doesn't feel like it. Like here, play this game for an hour and see if it... You see what I mean? All right, we're just out of the threshold where I could start swearing. Haste is a game that I'm gonna make sound like ass for about 25 seconds and then explain why it's the greatest indie game of all time. So I can't wait to see who doesn't reach that point in the video. So Haste is an indie game, and maybe I shouldn't waste time explaining it because, yeah. It's kind of like those 100,000 mobile games that got the slopes, which sounds bad, but unlike 90% of mobile games, let's just be so for real. This shit actually fucks, I ain't even gonna lie. But I mean, at the same time... Yo. Huh? Oh. It sucks! As a roguelite. And originally I had a whole segment in this video talking about how I found the game to be too easy, but then I kind of realized, well, I kind of play games that are sort of not what the average person would. Yeah. But the lack of difficulty for a method wasn't really the main reason why I felt like it was kind of a bad roguelite, but still a great indie game. It wasn't the main reason. This game, while yeah, you do technically start with nothing and gather items throughout the run, and you can choose your path and go to different things. None of it really matters. The items you get aren't very impactful. They're not really going to drastically change your run at all, and that's the thing. It doesn't really feel like you're doing runs in the first place because of that. You just kind of go from one world, or shards as they call it, to the next and just do it. Even if I did find the gameplay loop itself incredibly hard, I still feel like it wouldn't really feel like I'm doing... That was a terribly structured sentence. It still wouldn't really feel like I was doing runs, sort of like in Binding of Isaac or those other roguelites I showed at the beginning. Because it's not like you're building up some sort of really strong character. No, you're just kind of getting to the end of the levels, and they just so happen to be incrementally one after another, and you have to do them all in a row. It feels like they had a fucking gnarly ass game concept, but then tried to gamify it more. Like the roguelite aspect of the game definitely came as an afterthought after everything in the game was made, or at least that's how it feels. Now, with that being said, okay, who give a fuck? This shit is so cool! Fuck all that shit. I'm not even gonna try to pretend to be a fucking game reviewer or some shit. Look at the game, man. I neglected to tell you what this game was actually about because I knew that after you looked at it for 3 fucking seconds, you would know exactly what it's about. And I'm just here to tell you it's fun as fuck. It really never gets old. It is so satisfying to play this shit. $20. Fortnite bundle. Hasty. Get your cred up and tap in. $20, that's less than half the amount that I will be paying for the Piranha Plant camera for the Nintendo Switch 2 when it comes out, so I can emerge from the pipe at Mario Party with my meat out. It's what I am compelled to do. I may not be able to accurately gauge how long I was making the game seem mid, because that was definitely more than 25 seconds. But I know bangers when I see them, but I don't know if it's pronounced roguelite or roguelike, or not really pronounced, but which one it actually is. You know, during the making of this video, I was in an argument with one of my friends about how it's definitely roguelite and not roguelike. It's light. Fuck you. Sorry. Haste, good game. I love mobility, so I basically had to talk about it. And while, yeah, I don't really think it is a roguelite, I really don't care, and I don't think you should either. It's a fucking banger at the end of the day. Kids are saying it's gonna fit perfectly alongside Trackmania, Subway Surfers, and all the other stimulation games while you're listening to the fakest Reddit story you've ever heard. I mean, I wouldn't say all that 'cause that's a little disrespectful, but at the same time, I mean, if I was a dev, I would take that as a compliment. And right before I could even end my video, what do I see? Workshop mod support. And you know what that means? Remember how I said a second ago, I just wish the game was harder because I am hard while playing or some shit like that? Well, it's okay because they fixed it. Yeah. Yeah, you just gotta maneuver through the lava sphere and then, yeah. Yeah, and then, yeah, we'll just climb back up after that. Now's where I tell you to go follow my Twitch and join up the Discord. But if you were gonna click off because, you know, shameless YouTuber doing a shameless self-promo or whatever the fuck, well, you know, our Discord kind of look like video within next 2 days. Me on the Yart Pack juice.